Abuse is one of the most insidious, evil things I've ever seen. Right. It hits one, and they infect somebody else, and then how many offspring there, and how many offspring, and it just spreads like cancer. Right. She may have been saved, do you think? Because you had a father who said, that's not a way a woman is treated. Right. Which is the reason why I am making a stand in my family, so to try to imprint on the next generation.
This is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. Right. If you don't have that, how do you break the cycle?
Because I think, Glenn, what we need to do is the people who are in that environment, and it could be your faith community, it could be your neighbors, it could be the people you work with, it could be who you go to school with, but somewhere else the message has got to be, we don't accept this. This is not tolerable. This is not how you treat people you say you love. And if that message is what overshadows and drowns out the other message of what that acceptable behavior is right now, then it becomes the norm. It becomes the norm that you get respected, that you get treated well, that you don't get hurt when someone says they love you. If we can shift the message to that a healthy relationship looks like this, then people will be less likely to fall into it.
I have a friend who has come and stayed at our house and has wept because she said after a week, I've never seen a man treat a woman like you treat Tanya. And it took me so off guard. I couldn't fathom it. I mean, Tanya and I looked at each other and we were like, man, we were having a bad week too. You know what I mean? It's so bizarre how long did it take for your mindset to totally just start closing doors and you just saw it that, well, you know, that's the way it is and that's the, you know, he's going to be this way. And did you ever feel that you were?
Oh yeah, I think the day he almost tried to kill me. I think was the time where I was like, I don't think this is how I want to live my life anymore. This is not how I see myself. And because of how I grew up, and before getting with him, I was an athlete. I had great grades. I was very just focused, and I became this angry. I felt very suicidal. And I started feeling like I could hurt him. And that's when I knew it was really bad, when I was no longer afraid of him. That doesn't, you know, when you're no longer afraid of this monster and you become the monster. I used to tell him, you bring the devil out of me.
True.
If I may say that, you know.
Don't you think that's true, though?
I think what it does is it turns you into someone that you're not.
That you were never created to be, right? Because God did not create me to be this vicious, angry young woman.
Right.
I was created with a purpose and all this amazing stuff. And when I started feeling like I could hurt him and not feel bad, and then I want to hurt myself, I just got down on my knees.
What happened the day he tried to kill you? First of all, tell me what happened prior to that. Were there warning signs that this is coming? Prior to that?
I didn't know. I mean, it was always bad. And then one night we just got into a really bad fight, and he
about something.
Very something that was. I actually caught him with another girl, and I went to his house, and then he turned it on me because I had like shorts on, and he was like, "Oh, look at you! You look like a, you know."
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the word, but and I couldn't understand. I said, wait, you're taking away the fact that I just saw you with a girl, and then literally it just blew up. I tried to escape many times of the apartment, and he just kept grabbing me, and I was screaming, and no one hurt me.
No one heard you, or no one reacted?
Could be both. So the fact that I got out alive, you know, I remember walking down the street, and I had a white T-shirt, and it was full of blood. And I remember before leaving, he was cleaning my bruises and cuts with a first aid little kit, And I just was like, why don't you just kill me? I mean, I'm already dead. Why don't you just do it? Take me out of my misery, as I thought I was in at that moment.
You were ready to die?
Yeah.
How did you get from being beaten to him cleaning your wounds?
I think we were just tired because we were fighting all through night into morning, dusk. And it was like a switch went on for him, and he was totally not the monster anymore. And I think that's the part that us as women fall for.
Right.
We fall for
That's
the
the
little,
hook.
who's going to take care of him? Who's going to nurture him? No one understands him like I understand him.
How do you break this?
You break it by somebody, anybody, a lot of somebodies around the victim continuing to give them a different message about themselves.
What if they say, you know what, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's not a problem. It just makes it worse. I don't want to talk about this. It's fine.
What I would probably say if someone said that to me is that I hope someday it's not fine with you, because it doesn't, it hurts me to see you treated this way, and I'm going to be here if you want to change. And to just keep giving that message out every time you have the opportunity. I care about you, you deserve to be treated differently, and if you ever want to make a change, I'll help you do that.
I want to come back, and I want to talk about A, the signs of domestic violence, and then B, what it is and how to break through the years, in my family's case, the years, the generations of you're not good, you're not good, you're not worthy, you're not good. It's you, it's you, it's you. And you believe it. Will you agree with me that mental abuse is just as damaging to the soul as physical abuse?
You know, the women that I've worked with, it's actually more damaging, I think. You can see a bruise, other people can see a bruise. So it's much easier to believe someone when they're when they've got a bruise to show you. When their heart and their soul has been broken, when their sense of who they are and their self has been degraded to the point where they don't think they can achieve anything, you can't show somebody that. But it is lifelong. That impact is lifelong. So yes.
Will you do me a favor?
Yep.
Will you look right into that camera?
Yep.
And say that again.
When you have a bruise and other people can see it, they believe you. When your heart and your soul has been broken and you have been degraded to the point where you don't believe you can accomplish anything anymore, it has a lifelong impact, and it has a lifelong impact on you and everyone around you who loves you.
Mental abuse. So many people will say, he's not hitting. My aunt went through abuse, and at first it was mental abuse, and she said exactly the same thing. She got to the point where she wanted to be hit. It would be easier to be hit. Yet most people just dismiss it, and it's so insidious. So how do you recognize abuse, both as the people think that you know what abuse is, but when you're in it, it's like depression. All of a sudden, nothing makes sense except where you are, and that's insane to the rest of the world. Or alcoholism. No. How do you recognize it in your own life if you're in it? Speak directly to that person, and then also to the friends of people who, I personally think everybody, you have a gut feeling. It's something's not right, and that may be as big as it gets, but something's not right here. Speak to the signs for both of those people.
Well, I think if you're being abused, and it's going to be very subtle. As a matter of fact, the beginning parts of that relationship are probably going to be really great, because what I know about people who perpetrate domestic violence is that they know how to hook a person. They will do everything they can to get you engaged at a level that feels wonderful. But I also know that they're storing information away that can be used as weapons later.
Stand by. Did you feel that? Did that happen to you? Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, there was no sign. It was all great sunshine and lollipops.
Sunshine and lollipops.
Do you know anything about his? Did he come from this? Was this just ticking inside of him?
I don't know, but I'm
Yeah.
sure he did. It wasn't a very loving home, so, but I never was really close to any of his other family members. But he didn't have a stable foundation.
Right.
BlazeTV. The truth lives here.